Hey guys, welcome back to another action figure review. Today we're looking at Steppenwolf from the DC Multiverse series by McFarlane Toys. On the back of the package we have a large photo of Steppenwolf from the director's cut version of the Justice League movie, and a few pictures of the other characters in the series. And on the side of the package we have Steppenwolf's name. Removing the large figure is as easy as any other figure in the McFarlane packaging. In order to remove both the stand and the collectible card, you will have to cut or rip open the plastic sealing them. This version of Steppenwolf is the director's cut version of the Justice League movie. The Zack Snyder version of Justice League completely changes Steppenwolf's design and the character's development in the movie. Steppenwolf was banished from his home world Apocalypse for his betrayal of Darkseid. For this betrayal, in order for Steppenwolf to return home, he must conquer other planets for Darkseid. Steppenwolf is then summoned to Earth in order to prepare it for the arrival of Darkseid. In order to do this, Steppenwolf must collect the artifacts known as the Mother Boxes, and activate them for Darkseid's arrival. Steppenwolf has powers such as super strength, speed, and reflexes. His battle armor allows him to resist most attacks, both physical and energy, and is a master of all weaponry. Let's check out the details. Here we can see Steppenwolf wearing his large armored silver helmet. His face is sculpted in a neutral expression, giving him an annoyed look. On the other side we can get another look at his helmet, noticing little spikes in his armor that are pointed in random directions. On the chest we can get a really good look at the sculpting McFarlane has done on this figure. We have a ton of detailed layers of metal armor, with some shards sticking out in all directions. The metal plates lay in different directions, giving his chest a symmetrical design. On the back we can see more layers of metal armor shaped in a diamond pattern, along with a few larger shards sticking out of his body. The metal armor wraps tightly around the muscles on the shoulder, letting the muscles bulge while still protecting the body. The armor reaches all the way to the wrist, where the fingers are exposed, showing some brown alien skin. We can get a close look at the hands, noticing the long black nails on the fingers. The shards of armor wrap around the waist, forming a belt keeping a pattern that joins at the center. The metal belt hangs down to Steppenwolf's knees. On the back we repeat this process, except with the pattern reversed. Steppenwolf has large muscular thighs, with most of the armor layering in a downward motion. Steppenwolf's alien legs have large talons on the back. We finish up the figure with armor ending at the feet. We can see two large toes with large black nails and a little bit of skin exposed here. Let's take a look at the articulation. We have a ball jointed head, shoulders that open with ratcheted joints that make it a bit stiff to articulate. The arms do fully rotate. We have rotation at the bicep, elbows that bend backward, wrists that rotate and bend up and down, a ball jointed chest, with another ball joint at the waist allowing more rotation here and a bit more reach bending over. Legs that open and move forward and back. Rotation at the thigh. Knees that bend back. Ankles that rotate and bend up and down. And toes that bend up and down. We get Steppenwolf's Electro Axe, painted in a dark silver. It's made of a soft bendable plastic. We get a collectible card with an image from the Justice League movie and some character information on the back. And we get the standard McFarlane stand with the DC logo on it. Steppenwolf standing straight up measures at 10 inches tall. I've stood him up near other figures to give you a better idea on how to compare his height. McFarlane used the director cut version to release this version of Steppenwolf, and I think it was a great choice. The armor is filled with a ton of detail in the sculpting, heavily relying on the effect of stacked up plates of armor and shards sticking out to cover most of the detail of the figure. And I would agree that McFarlane did a great job matching the movie's armor effect. One of the main features of Steppenwolf is just how large he stands over other figures. As for accessories, we get his Electro Axe and a collectible card. The accessories is on the low side, but most of the value of the figure went to the size and the character himself. I would have enjoyed a small mother box accessory to go with his other hand, or a glowing eyes version of his head like in the movie. As for the articulation, the massive figure has tight ratcheted joints meant to lock into place. For a beginner collector or someone without patience, posing this figure might prove frustrating, especially when working around the tiny feet or balancing a top-heavy figure. Overall, it's a good figure. Steppenwolf definitely stands out by his sheer size alone, and his alien look with his practical looking armor means he can fit in just about any collection. Steppenwolf makes a great figure as a towering villain, but his size leaves some of the articulation behind that you would expect to have from a smaller figure. He's definitely one of the most better looking Steppenwolf figures out there, so if you're looking for an armored giant, he's a pretty good pick. Alright guys, that's it for this review. More reviews are coming up soon, so check out my other videos while you wait.